Hello, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is your tarot and oracle reading for the week of October 2nd to the 8th, 2023. First card out for you is Guilt with the sacral chakra element here. Okay, this is a really interesting card. And for some reason, what's immediately coming to my mind is that someone else may actually be feeling guilty towards how they treated you in the past, or guilty about what they can offer you right now, guilty about the fact that they want to come forward more to you and explain things to you, but their own issues sort of repress that within them, kind of making them bottle their emotions up or bottle information up. Or like if this is a work situation, or even a friendship situation, there's some sort of obligation for them to not keep you filled in on all of the details. I don't know what I'm talking about, guys. This will look different for all of you. You're gonna have to use your own intuition here. This is your life. But I am seeing someone here feeling guilty because they just cannot tell you as much as they want to tell you, whether it's because of their own psychological barriers or because of some weird obligation. I don't know, but someone is feeling guilty. Okay. We have orphaned. Wow. I was thinking this, but I didn't want to say it. I feel like for some of you, there may be either you, if you're a parent yourself, or your parents may be feeling guilty. Like you may have a lot of time that you have to spend at work or doing responsibilities. You may be feeling guilty that you may not be able to spend as much time with your children or your nieces or nephews. Or, this could be your parents sort of going through this psychological journey back to, everything they've been through and feeling guilty about the fact that they may not have been able to be there for you as much as they wanted to be when they were younger. They may be reflecting on that. Like I just keep coming. I feel like this guilt is actually really strong. It's a strong feeling for this week. And, I feel this strongly actually coming through for a parent. If your parents are still alive, I do wonder if any of them are feeling sort of guilty for not being there as much. It could be like as they age, as they get older, towards the end of their lives, there's a lot of spiritual energy, there's a lot of reflection, and they may be just feeling down on themselves for that, or you may be feeling down on yourselves. And you know what? You can only do the best with what you have in the situation, the circumstances you find yourself in. So I feel like it's not good to hold on to this guilt if this is you. And, people are easily forgiven, so I don't know. I just want to say that. We have the Burrow card coming through here with the number 25 and also the number 5. Oh, speaking of the number 5 orphaned, whenever a card number matches one of the days of the week when I do these weekly readings, it feels very significant to me. So on the 5th of this week, you may have something significant take place. There may be a conversation or some sort of fated circumstances. So what is that? If the 8th is Sunday, 7th, Saturday, so Thursday of this week, you may have some events taking place in the workplace, at home, in conversations, in relationships, that, sort of, I'm getting like and you know what, we see a person here in a nest, like empty nester is coming through, someone in your life who's feeling guilty about you and like the lack of, time, energy, affection they gave you. I feel like it may be because, now they're like on their own a lot more. They're by themselves a lot more. And they're like, wow, I wish I had prioritized this connection when I had the chance. Like now I'm alone. I pushed people out of my life. I'm getting that sort of energy here. So I do wonder if that person, whoever it may be in your life, gives you some sort of sign about their feelings on Thursday, or if they reach out on Thursday. All right, we have Burrow coming through as well. Exhaustion, lack of energy, questioning motivations, realignment. I feel like you're questioning the motivations of some individuals in your life, especially if, we see both of these cards, they're having a similar sort of body language all curled up here. So I feel like it's like not knowing what to do, so you don't do anything, needing rest as well. Sometimes, honestly, the best cure for worry and anxiety is just sleeping on it, like literally not making any decisions, just getting some rest. And then when you wake up in the morning, things are clear, or the feeling just isn't there anymore. And I feel like that's something you may want to keep in mind this week, especially if you're up late at night thinking, worrying. Like, okay, you know what? If I sleep now, everything will be fine and I'll be clear-minded tomorrow and I'll get this done. All right. But we have some interesting energies here. I'm feeling a profound sort of sadness, and it feels like it's within someone else in your life, not you, but someone who was once close to you or had the opportunity to be close to you, closer to you. And I feel like I don't want to say they took it for granted, but I feel like circumstances made them busy, made them too exhausted to give you the energy, time, and attention that you deserved. And now I feel like they may be having more time on their hands, or they're just stressed out and like super alone, and they're realizing how they pushed you away, and they may be coming back, and you may be questioning their motivations this time, or questioning, can they actually give what I need them to this time? Or are they just saying this out of loneliness? And then when we fall back into comfortability, they're going to be too busy again. So it's sort of like an abandonment wound here that you may have, or just fear of, you getting emotionally caught up in someone, or excited about a project or a person, okay? Excited about an opportunity. And then you feel like just disappointed because it's not what it cracked up to be. Like at first it looks like this great, amazing thing. You're so excited. And then you find out that this person or this opportunity like barely gives you any attention or any time. I feel like that's the fear in your head. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm saying that is a fear that you have. And you know what? If you are given any offers or opportunities this week, I feel like sleeping on it will help you make a better decision. Like, just, you don't have to decide right away. I just want to say that. So I want to get clarity on this week for you. Okay, we got 9 cards, 3 rows of 3 from the Murder of Crows Tarot. So let's dive into it. First card out is the 6 of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, in the past, there was an unequal give and take here. Okay, there was you giving everything and someone else giving nothing, or vice versa. Okay, if this is your own guilt, if this guilt card is you and you're feeling guilty that, you don't have time, energy, or anything to give to others, I feel like, you're that's where it stems from. You're feeling guilty that this person gave you everything, or like needed you for support, for growth, expected you to be there for them, and maybe you weren't. Or again, vice versa. This could be a situation, a person, you gave your all into this. You trusted them. You depended on them for safety, security, protection, a support system, and they did not give back. So there's definitely an imbalance from the past, whether you're the one giving or taking here, that is coming up this week to be sort of like resolved, or like there's a new opportunity with this person involved. We have the Knight of Cups. Yeah, this is the opportunity moving forward. This is water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Anyone involved does not have to be water. This is just like an emotional offering I'm feeling, wanting to move forward emotionally, wanting to move beyond this emotionally. Okay, interesting. I want to see the cards surrounding this. We have the 9 of Pentacles in reversed. I feel like many of you have been just trying to focus on your own thing, trying to focus on your own career, your own goals, your own hobbies, or like just bettering your life in general, bettering your financial situation, your rest, your health, so that way you can be more there for yourself as well as the people around you who really do give back to you. And I feel like you've been very strongly trying to just, take care of yourself, nurture yourself, and get out of a cycle of, whatever the 6 of Pentacles is, undergiving, overgiving, whatever. So yeah, you're trying to really nurture yourself to get out of that cycle. Second row out, 4th card is the Star. Wow, okay. You know what it is, guys? I feel like almost all of you watching, this is talking about a situation where you were the one giving in the past too much, and someone was not giving in return here. And with the Star coming out after the 9 of Pentacles reversed, you've been really trying to focus on yourself, your responsibilities, your goals, and realigning yourself to, situations that give you more energy, and not being so caught up in these situations that simply aren't pouring back to you. So you've been doing that. And with the Star card here, I see you achieving success this week. you've been achieving success, you've been glowing, you've been thriving, to the outside world. You have a lot going on for you at this time, whether that is a beautiful love life or a family, a home, goals that you're striving for, a career that you're building. You seem very busy and very successful. Even if you don't feel personally successful, this is how people are viewing you, okay? People are viewing you as successful. People are viewing you as really going places. And I feel like you are. I feel like you're very ambitious. I feel like you have a life that you're trying to build here, and that's where you've been trying to focus your energy, on that health, on that growth, on that wealth, on the things that you should be focusing on. And someone is noticing that, and they're seeing you thriving without them. They are seeing how well you are doing without them, and they are kind of finally realizing they are better off without me. When I was in their life, I held them back. I messed things up. And so they have that sense of guilt, which may be preventing them from trying to re-enter your life. But at the same time, they feel so alone without you. They feel like you should have been the light of their life. For some of you, this could be talking about a parent who was an alcoholic. I don't know why. I keep coming back to like a parent who struggled with alcohol, someone who struggled with alcohol. Or, this could even be an ex. And it doesn't even have to be alcohol related. For whatever reason, something seemed to be more important on their priority list than you at a time where you should have been top priority to them. So this could be work. This could be if they were working on a certain degree, or like just having a lot of transitional moments in their life that took priority over you. The only thing I would say would not take priority over you is if this was like a partner who has children. I feel like the children would take priority. So it wouldn't be a situation like that. It would be a situation where it's something that should not have been prioritized over you. Drinking, drugs, gambling, work, whatever issue they had. I feel like it shouldn't have been, and they're starting to realize that and feel a little guilty about it, and seeing how much you're glowing, thriving, and succeeding, and they're missing your energy. They may have taken you for granted in the past, but they're starting to wake up to you now. And you know what? That doesn't mean anything. You don't have to accept them back in your life. I'm just saying. I'm just reading about your week and what's coming up energetically for you this week, and this person is very focused on you energetically, which is why they're coming up in your reading. Center of your spread is the Empress. Exactly. Right next to the star. Holy crap, guys. You are really like the center of attention this week out of all the zodiac signs. The Empress being the center of your spread is phenomenal, especially right next to that star card here. Like, there may be a major achievement for you this week, actually. Like, this guilty person aside, there may be a major achievement or growth in your career. Okay, or for some of you, you're also happily falling in love with someone in a really happy relationship, or like your family's looking really good. Like, just various areas of your life are looking really good right now. And honestly, it feels like almost all of your areas of your lives, even if they're not perfect in your eyes, you have a game plan to grow it and make it more perfect. Even if there's an area of your life that's struggling, you have a routine that will help build that area up and support it. So it's not like, you're on a downfall, you're on an upfall. What would you call that? You're ascending, okay? You're raising your consciousness. You're raising your standards of living. You are raising your happiness, your quality of life, all of this stuff right now. And, your heart is filled with love. You have healthy boundaries. You're just genuinely overall succeeding. I don't know how else to put it. And I feel like that is why, you're really getting people's attention, and people who took you for granted in the past are starting to wake up to your potential. So I would not be surprised if past people reached out to you, but I also wouldn't be surprised if they didn't, because like I feel like there's so much guilt there that they might not even say anything. But we'll see. Let's see what the rest of your cards have to say. Sixth card out is the King of Wands reversed. Yeah, this was someone who, they could have had bad leadership. Really bad leadership, really bad at making decisions here. It was like you were always the one initiating conversations. You were always the one planning things. You were always the one leading this relationship forward, or telling this person, various advices, giving them a path to follow in order to heal, in order to become a better person. Like, you were that initiator for them. And Also, King of Wands reversed is someone who really thinks they're this leader, they're great, but they don't actually have leadership qualities. This is someone who thinks they're poppin', like almost like their ego is a bit too inflated. Like they're not all that mature, but they think that they are. You know, it's a sort of false confidence that I'm seeing in this person, whoever they may be here. And yeah, I feel like in the past, you know, you may have been feeling like, oh, well, it's their way or the highway, you know. My roof, my rules, my house, my rules. They may have been that type of person, or, you know, I'm older than you, I know better, I'm wiser. Something like, you know, just dumb manipulation tactics like that, you know. Different ways to put you down by elevating themselves in an unhealthy way. So I am seeing some of that. That may have been like who they are to you. Also, one thing I want to say here is pay attention to anyone in your life who you feel like is threatened by your success with the King of Wands reversed. This is just a little side message. You may have a friend in your life, and they may not be a close friend, but this could be someone who you're like vaguely associated with, or like, you know, you hang out with sometimes. And you have to listen to your own psychic third eye intuition here. It's not going to be very transparent to you, but you're just going to get a feeling that this person, like with their word choice, with what they say, may be jealous of your success, and they may try to give you advice, like mansplaining to you, for example, or I don't know, like giving you advice when you didn't ask for it, or you know what? This is something that bothers me all the time, and I've noticed sometimes people do this. Like I've been running my own business for like 6 years now, okay? I'm very happy, very content with my business. It's growing constantly, you know, and it's lasted more than 5 years, which is more than like over 90% of businesses, okay? But for some reason, sometimes, you know, I'll have, and it's always dudes specifically, I don't know why, they'll try to give me business advice. Like they'll see my content, they'll see my stuff, whatever, and they'll be like, oh, well, you should do this better, or I think you should do this, and you'll get tons of like new customers, new subscribers. And like I'll be like, do you have a business? Like do you have a YouTube? Do you know what you're talking about? And they'll be like, no, it's just, you know, blah 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 blah. And I don't know, something just rubs me the wrong way sometimes. I can take constructive criticism, and I have received a lot of constructive criticism in the past by you guys mainly, but also from other people who know what they're talking about, who have businesses. But there's like, it's a very intuitive feeling when it's like, almost like, are you like threatened that I'm more successful than you? Or like, are you threatened that I'm like doing something that's very vulnerable, and I have like people who are a fan of it? Like what? You know, I've noticed this in people before, when they don't live their creative dream, when they're too scared to be authentic, to be vulnerable, to put their art out there, they can become some of the harshest critics to people who do that. And so I don't know, I just wonder if there's like someone in your life who's trying to give you advice. I used to do this myself as well. I would very harshly criticize people who were doing things that I also like doing, but I wasn't putting my work out there. I wasn't putting my stuff out there like, oh, well, you should do this better, you should do that better. But it's like, what do I have to show for it? Like literally nothing. And it wasn't until I actually started putting my work out there that I realized, oh, that person's actually phenomenal. They're actually wonderful. They're actually great. So I don't know. Sometimes people who give up on their own dream before they even started can turn into like low-key, like jealous people. I don't know. You may have someone in your life like that though, and it doesn't feel very significant, so I don't know why I'm talking so much about it, but yeah, they may talk a lot. Final row out, they could be a fire sign as well, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, they don't have to be. Final row out, 7th card is the Page of Swords in reversed. Yeah, someone wants to come forward here with a message, and I'm sorry I keep talking about other people. There's a lot of court cards in your reading, which means there's a lot of people focused on you right now. Someone wants to come forward and give you an opportunity or say something to you, but like I said, I feel like they're blocking themselves. 8th card out is the Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay, matching couple alert, both in reversed. Wow. And you know what's funny? I believe it was Libra's reading. Yeah, it was Libra's reading. They had the King and Queen of Cups both come out in reverse. So this is interesting. This is really interesting. First off, you have 4 court cards so far out of 8 cards. That is half of your reading is focused on other people who are not you. All right. And Queen of Wands reversed is very similar to the King of Wands reversed, you know, only the feminine version of that, where it's like overly critical because they didn't live their dreams. So I do wonder for some of you if this is literally your parents. All right, being overly critical about what you're doing with your life because they never had the balls to do what they wanted. And they could say like, oh, I didn't have the same opportunity, I didn't have the same money. No, they didn't have the balls. They did not have the gumption, the audacity to do what they wanted to do. And now they're trying to control you and put you on a safe path. First and foremost, out of love, because they want, you know, security for you, but also because like they ain't got nothing better to do. You know, they're out here living their boring 9-to-5, being retired, whatever, living a miserable life for themselves. Wow, I'm really hating on your parents for some of you. This isn't all of your parents. It's just someone in your life, two people in your life in particular, very similar energies. And you know what? Like, you're out here rocking it. Like, you're the Empress. Don't be listening to what these kings and queens are saying. You know, you rule over them. This is the center of your spread, is the Empress. Empresses rule over multiple kingdoms, multiple countries, okay? Kings and queens, they only got their kingdom. They only got one, okay? So empresses outrank them. And you are in a position in life where you honestly have more knowledge, experience, expertise. You put yourself out there. You actually did the gosh darn thing. You didn't just talk about it. You did it. Whatever it is, you did it. And I just feel like there are people coming at you who did not do it. They didn't even attempt to do it. And they're just thinking that they can give you advice. You know, this may be a situation. This is very like Pluto in energy. Or is that the right one? Which one is the planet of questioning authority? No, Pluto's the planet of destruction. Is it Neptune? No, Neptune is secret. Uranus. Possibly. Whichever one it is. I feel like they are coming through very strongly. You'd think I would know this. It was Uranus, okay? I just looked it up because it was bothering me. But I feel like you're sort of questioning authority, pushing the envelope, and challenging. It's not even like you're doing it on purpose. I just feel like your existence, you're thriving, you're constantly challenging yourself to grow more, to be more, to do more. And that may trigger other people around you to, you know, challenge themselves as well. But instead of actually challenging themselves in a positive way, they just cut down anyone else who, you know, challenges themselves. So I don't know. There's some questionable people in your life right now, and I don't think you are necessarily given too much to them or wanting to give too much to them. It's just like you're exhausted by it. You know, some of you may feel orphaned. You may feel outcasted. You may feel like the black sheep of your family for some of you. Like why can't you just let me be who I am and appreciate me for who I am? I'm getting that sort of energy. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. And, you know, you may have had to go through a journey of realigning yourself. Or you may be going through a journey of realigning yourself to surround yourself with people who are much better for you, who respect you and love you and give you that consistency that you need. Because for a while there, you know, some of you may have gone seeking out actually similar people to your parents or whoever this figure is for you that, you know, is feeling guilty now. You may have subconsciously sought out similar people in relationships, you know, and you're just coming to a really big point in your life where you're switching the narrative. You know, you're realigning yourself. You're saying, you know what, I'm only attracted to people who ravish me with love, who are secure, who are stable, who are consistent to me. I'm only gonna let people in now who are supportive of my dreams and goals. I feel like this is what Spirit is trying to get you to do, because once you start laying these hard boundaries down with yourself and deciding I'm no longer attracted to that behavior, that is when either these people will change and their guilt will come over them so strongly that they apologize, or it will be that they completely like move on, you move on, and you find people who are better anyways, and you're happy with life anyways. So either way, it ends in you being happy. That's all I care about. Ninth card out is the Eight of Pentacles. Interesting. Work. Show me the proof. Show me the work. Some of you may feel this strange desire within yourself to prove yourself financially or to prove yourself with the accolades, the work that you have. Like you must have had just enough people in your life who were unsupportive, who, I don't know, just made you feel like you shouldn't believe in your dream and work towards your own dreams. And now you have this weird thing within you that you need to prove it to yourself almost, that you're going to be successful doing what you want to do. I don't know. Woo, this is a messy reading. This is psychologically, there's a lot going on with you this week. There's a lot going on here, but one thing is for sure. I am starting to feel like the more you release the need for approval from other people, which I feel like you have been doing, the more you release needing someone's attention, approval, validation, the more you release your own guilt that you have towards anyone in your life. And the more you just focus on your own happiness, goals, and the people who are secure, stable, and supportive for you, for real, I just feel like as you do that, it moves these other people who have harmed you, and now, like, it moves them along further in their karmic journey of learning and realizing what they did wrong. Does that make sense? So if you're waiting for an apology, this person will not change. This person will not apologize. They will not feel guilty. They won't realize what they did wrong. It's almost like the second you stop waiting for that apology and you start focusing on you start glowing, you start like doing your own thing, it's at that moment that their karma begins to unfold. And through that karma, they will realize what went wrong. Here's the thing, they karmically attach themselves to you. All right. Some of you may be thinking, why do I keep coming back to this ex? Why do I keep coming back to, these same issues with my parents or with whoever? And the reason you keep coming back to them isn't your fault. It's their fault, because they took a hook of karma and hooked it onto your aura when they did you dirty, when they did you wrong, when they didn't give as much as you gave, because the scales of karma will always balance back out. Even if you both died, they still have to come back to this earth to heal the karma that they did to you. Okay, that's how it works. Okay, they put a karmic hook in your energy when they treated you wrong, and now they're going to be haunted by it, but only when you learn your karmic lesson in this and you take care of yourself and you love yourself and you no longer feel like that orphan. You no longer feel like that forgotten person who's unloved, who always has to chase and run after people. You need to find the empress within yourself and go after your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, create that happiness for yourself, move on from these types of people. And weirdly enough, it's like when you do that, you'll see signs of it in this person if you're still in contact with them, or you still can like view them and see how they're doing on like social media and stuff. Well, social media doesn't really tell the truth sometimes, but like you'll see it, you'll feel it, you'll know it in your heart and soul, your intuition. They're gonna start realizing where they went wrong. And I want to reassure you, it's not gonna be you making money that's gonna trigger this. It's not gonna be you reaching any sort of like material abundance or material surface level like goal that's like, oh, because you made this goal, they realize now. It's an energy thing. You could be as broke as they come, you can be in the worst health of your life, but if you're in this energy of the Empress and the Star, which is like knowing your worth, focusing on you, okay, and your abundance and what you got going on, growing whatever is in your life that's healthy and good, no matter how little or big that is, it's when you're in that state that this karma will start to unwind. So I just want to reassure you, it's not like you need to become wealthy, you need to become this, you need to become that, and then they'll realize. It's like when you're in the state of the Empress, spiritually, energetically, which you can step into today, okay, that is when their karma starts unfolding. But the second you like turn around and suddenly you're back into like waiting for that apology, feeling that guilt, feeling that shame, feeling that orphan victimized energy, like the karma stops, they stop where they're at. They're not going to grow, they're not going to realize, etc. You have to be focused on you. And then, yeah, That's the vision I'm getting, at least. I hope that made sense. I know that was really complicated. I didn't really understand it that well, but it's not meant for me. All right, it's meant for you guys. So watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus to get the fullest overview of this week ahead. And comment how this resonated with you down below. I'd love to hear. Like this video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And if you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org, okay? Thank you guys. Bye.